projects, national projects, but also industry projects, and here he has a lot of connections to industry that help us also to initiate new contacts and new projects. And yeah, today he will speak about our new plans about this 3D Innovation Center. So, thank you very much.
Okay, good morning everybody. Also a warm welcome from my side. Welcome here in the Cesius Innovation Center. So it's a different place, or maybe during lunch we can explain what it means. So in principle it's a quite big consortium of 60 different partners which are shown there and dealing with the Internet of Services and semantic technologies. But today I will talk about our new baby, which will be the 3D, or is already the 3D Innovation Center. I will just shortly review the motivation why we do this. So, and of course this starts by the movie theater. So the installation of 3D screens has really accelerated. It was much faster than expected. And that's the 3D films came together with the transform of movie theaters from analog to digital, and so that was the 3D was really an acceleration factor because 3D films attracted a lot of people. The movie theaters could take higher prices for the 3D films, and so therefore it went quite quickly. This means also that we have content now, and of course, if a movie film is first shown in the movie theater, but then it has to migrate to the home somehow. So this means that this success story in the movie theater will influence the TV industry, and there are already a number of 3D programs started, and I will not go through all these. But there's a quite interesting map here which shows in which countries there are plans to launch 3D channels. So it's really hopefully a growing market. So also the number of 3D terminals sold in 2010. It's much higher than HD screens in the beginning, so the number of prices are 5 times higher for the so-called 3D ready displays. The problem may only be that the number of glasses sold is about equivalent to the number of displays, which means that the people buy these displays, but maybe they don't use them. Okay, but nevertheless, in 2050, it's expected that more than 30% of installed terminals will be 3D ready, which is a good argument to also to start services, which may be quicker than in the case of HD. Okay, so here are some news expectations. So it's exponential. Let's hope that it will really happen that way. If the euro doesn't crash. Yeah, but the question is the 3D market already stable and persistent? Factors that 3D production is far too expensive right now. Mirror rigs are too bulky, too heavy, and too sensitive. There is additional staff required, the so-called stereographers. And the display technologies are incompatible, so we have different systems. So this means that users have to walk around like that, just depending on what display that they face. Then the 3D quality is not always sufficient. That's a problem. And then we also think that especially in the living room, there are special requirements for 3D TV. It's different. So if you go to the movie theater, it's dark, you put on your glasses, and that's fine. If you're in your living room and you already wear glasses and you put on your second set of glasses and your wife looks at you, maybe you won't like it. So we think we need something better. The other thing that not all people like glasses, like our chancellor. therefore, we have to work on new things. And of course, what are these new things? Autostereoscopic displays. There are some products on the market. Also later in the afternoon, you will see some of them. But they are not yet, or they don't show that quality yet, which we expect, or which we know from 2D displays. So we also think that the number of views should maybe be around 25 or even higher. Right now they are about 10. So this means that the display resolution is not yet sufficient, because the more views, the less resolution you have. And if we have a really a display with a wide basis, then we run into a problem of production, because then we have to produce with a wide basis, which of course is then again the problem with the production, because already the mirror rigs are expensive, but or not yet really handy, and if you have to work with 3 or 4 cameras, that's even more difficult and more expensive. So there's a problem, and we have to work on all these issues. Okay, so this means that we really need advances in R&D. So we have to drive the 3dB production costs down. We have to develop our new autostereoscopic displays at good quality and acceptable prices. We need production technologies for multi-view. We have to develop the whole transmission chain, so starting with coding, especially. I think there's still a need to do some work in stereo perception, because not everything is known there. And we also think that 3D technologies will migrate to other areas, such as medical, automotive, surveillance, security, simulation, and so on. So there's a lot to do. And HHI has a long tradition in working on 3D aspects, so I think we started working on autostereoscopic 3D displays maybe 25 years ago already. Of course, the technology was not yet ready, so we did that with photographs and with still pictures. But meanwhile, it's much more advanced. But we have a long tradition in that. We participate in many research projects. We contribute to standardization, and we also led some international and also national projects. So here's a map of projects which were running in the FP6 and also the beginning of FP7. I have to apologize that the EMC square is not yet on here, so I have to rework on these slides, but I promise during my next presentation we will do that. There are a lot of more new projects, especially from the cold center, which has just started. I already mentioned this German national project Prime, which was finished in the beginning of this year, and there we had a quite successful symposium. And within this project, we participated in 2 major productions. One was with the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. I think you will have the chance to see some of the footage there. And the other thing, we participated in I think that was the world's first live transmission of a rock concert to 90 movie theaters in 5 countries. That was the German group called Fanta 4. Maybe not very well known outside Germany, but in Germany. And the live act is really good, so the music is taste, of course, but the live act was really great. And I think you will have the chance to see some of these pictures. Okay, so with this background, we thought that we have to do something. So we think that 3D is still at its beginning, so that there's still a lot to do. And we think we have to work for autostereoscopic 3D systems. This means that we will have a lot to do during maybe the next 6, 7 to 10 years. And we also will do our best to let this technology migrate to other areas. And we also think that in the long term, 3D will also dominate the internet. All the application, or a lot of application will become 3D, and therefore we also need a 3D visualization. Okay, so there is an enormous need for 3D knowledge, know-how transfer and training, and therefore we came to the idea to create a place where the different stakeholders can come together, present their ideas, their technologies, their innovation, their business models, their market strategies, and so we came to the idea to found a 3D Innovation Center. So what are the potential members? So of course all of you here, industry providers, service providers, users, small companies, big companies, and of course the whole research community. And what it should be, this Innovation Center, of course it's a showroom for products, prototypes, ideas. It's a development platform for 3D technologies, applications and infrastructures. It's an R&D lab for projects, for standardization. It's a transfer platform for know-how. It's a resource pool for experts and know-how. It's a communication platform for everybody. And of course, it's also a marketing tool. So where will it be? It's in a quite innovative area, the so-called campus Charlottenburg. So it's we have famous neighbors like the Technical University, the T-Labs of Deutsche Telekom, University of Arts, and other places, and of course Fraunhofer HHI just next door. And so we are here, and the HHI is on the other side of the channel. And so we are here in the CSUS Innovation Center, and the 3D Innovation Center will just be there next door on the same floor. And so the rest of this floor is my department, the image processing department. So we have the so-called time lab in the other building. I think you will see it in the afternoon. And there's also an interactive media lab in the other building. So we have a lot of things to show around these, and also a lot related to 3D. Okay, so what is a room concept for that? So we unfortunately we are a bit delayed to build that. We already had planned to open it till IFER, and so the next target is the Berlinale in February next year. So what we'll have, it will have a 3D studio area, it will have a 3D screening and conference room, it will have a lab where people can work together. There will be an exhibition area, partners can show their product, their ideas, and of course there will be a place to talk. So we offer 4 different memberships from bronze to platinum. I will not go into detail of that, and what we offer for that is, so we offer the facilities, the presentation infrastructure, we will provide a technical infrastructure, we will organize events, help to organize partner events, and so on. Okay, so we already have an organization, so there's a steering committee, and we have a full-time manager which organizes the 3D Innovation Center, and below that we have a number of working groups, and there are already some projects which we want to start from that program. So there are projects in the 3D film, TV area dealing with production and terminals, and then we have another here for the non-entertainment area. And there we start with a market study which has already started, which will be available in mid of next year. And then we might start other projects on maybe medical, automotive, and security. Okay, so this is the overview of partners which we already have. So most of them are German. Most of them belong to the medical area, but we have also some international partners like Dolby, for example, and we are in discussion with a lot of other which hopefully will join in the near future. And there are also partners from other areas such as medical and automotive and security. And I hope that especially these partners will grow in the future. Okay, so I mentioned we have a steering committee, so especially the platinum and gold partners become a member of the steering committee. And we already have established 7 working groups. One deals with 3D reference material, one with quality, then the other was cost-efficient stereo production, and that's an area where we already will start beginning of next year a first project. And we have a working group on medical application, and another on industrial application, and then we also deal with PR and maybe building the same things in other countries, or putting a relation with other centers which are already there or will appear in the future. Okay, that's it for the overview. I don't know how is it organized. Should we have questions now, or if there are any?
I have a question. If we could see the slide with the membership fees.
Yeah.
Just to have and take a...
Who's paying what?
Yeah.
No, I don't have it. But
about the premium and the bronze membership.
you could. Sorry. You could see that here, for example, all these companies, they are at least gold members or platinum members. So RE, for example, Deutsche Telekom, Sky, Germany. But then, of course, the numbers, especially the smaller companies, they are rather bronze partners than platinum partners. But we also have, for example, InCube, which is an SME, and Noah is here today, and they are a platinum partner. So that's also happening. Okay, other questions?
Okay. Then if this is not the case, then let us thank the speaker again.